Hey guys, welcome to Alco Forces. Today we'll be moving ahead with biweekly contest 161, question number 2, that is count islands with total value divisible by k. So basically we are given an m cross n matrix grid and a positive integer k, and they are saying an island is a group of positive integers representing land that are four directionally connected horizontally or vertically. So in this case 5, 2 and 1 are all connected, so it forms an island. Similarly 1, 2, 4, 7 and 1 are connected, so it's also an island. Now we have to return the number of islands with the total value divisible by k. So total value is the sum of all the lands in a particular island. So we have to just calculate the total value and return the number of islands which have the total value divisible by k. So in this case, 5 is divisible by 5, as you can see. And again, this one, 2, 4, 7. That is 7, 8, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is divisible by 5. So we have to return the number is 2, so that is the output. Okay, so now how to approach this kind of problem? Okay, so this is a typical matrix problem wherein we have to do a traversal from each and every point. Let's say I'm at point 2, so I will basically do a BFS traversal. I will traverse its neighboring elements. Like for here, if I'm on 2, then I'll traverse 1 and 5. So plus 1 plus 5, and I'll keep a track of some variable. So here the total sum is 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. But this is not divisible by 5. So my count will be 0 only. Okay, and similarly, so now this one is traversed, I will mark it as 0. This one is also traversed, I'll mark it as 0. Now I again go to next columns. Let's say now I'm here, but these all are zeros, so I will ignore them. Now again I am on 5. So now the sum variable becomes 5, and it has no neighboring elements with element greater than 0. So my sum is 5 and it is divisible by 5, so I'll update the count as 1. Now again I'll go on in the next cell till I find an element greater than 0. It's 1, so now my sum is 1. It has one neighboring element with 4. Okay, so I will update 4 plus 1, that is 5. Now 4 has two neighbors with 1 and 7. To 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 1, sorry, 6 plus 7, 13. And also I will have to update this as 0, 0, 0, 0. And now comes 1, I am on 1. So 1 has neighboring element as 2. So I'll update 13 with 15, and now 15 is divisible by 3, so I'll update my count as 2 and I will return it. So basically the thing here is, as soon as we are traversing one element, so we are updating it by 0, so that when I'm traversing that element again, we will get to know that this element is already traversed and we should not traverse it again and again, right? Okay, and what's the time complexity of this solution? So it is order of n cross m. Since each element we are traversing, we are adding in the queue at most once. So we are traversing like each row and each column only once, and that's why it's order of n cross m. And if we check the constraints, so it says 1 less than equal to m and n less than equal to 1000, and n cross n can go at max till 10 is to 5, and that's why our time complexity can go at max at 10 is to 5, and that's why this solution is accepted in this question. Okay, now let's move to the coding. Okay, so what all do we need here? We need a count variable. Then we need to traverse through the matrix, through the grid. 0 I less than grid dot length and I plus plus, and j variable for traversing the columns. For integer j equals to 0, j less than grid 0 dot length, that is row length, and I plus plus. And now what I'll do is I'll take a queue I'll just mention it here. Integer. I'm taking this array for tracking the position. Q equals to new linked list. And now I will check if the element grid, that is grid I and j, if it is greater than 0, so I will add it in the count, new integer and I and j. Now I will traverse in all the four directions. So for that I will maintain an integer array of directions. Equals to new integer. This is a two-dimensional array and it will have all the directions specified by integer. Let's say so it is 1 0 1 0. So this 1 0 is right direction, integer minus 1 0. So this is left direction, new integer 0 1 top and new integer 0 minus 1. So this is down. Now I'll have to just loop through this array. So basically what I will do is I will first of all check, I will do this while loop while queue is not empty, is empty, and basically I will take an element from the queue, integer post equals to new equals to, actually I will pull the queue, and now I will check for the boundary conditions. If pose less than grid dot pose of 0, position of 0, that is x, it should be less than grid dot length, and then pose of 1, that is y, it should be less than grid dot 0 dot length, and then pose of 0 should be greater than equal to 0, and then pose of 1 should also be greater than equals to 0, and grid of pose of 0 and pose of 1. So basically they should be greater than 0. Then only what I will do is, so in this case I will mark this position as visited and pose of 1 equals to 0, and before that I will, for that I'll need a sum variable as well. So I will declare some variable here and I will just add the current value in this sum was 0 and pose of 1. Okay, and now I will just traverse in all the four directions for finding its neighbors. So integer dir and dirs, and I will add the elements in the queue. Q dot add new integer dir 0 plus pose of 0 and dir 1 plus pose of 1. So I will traverse in all the four directions, and finally what I will do is, if sum modulo k equals to 0, so I will have to increment count, and finally I will return the count. So basically this, what I'm doing is I'm taking a queue and one direction array. So this is for traversing in all the four directions. I'm traversing each cell in the grid and checking if it is greater than 0. So I will add that in the queue, and I will take a sum variable for tracking the sum of all the lands in the particular island. And now I will loop till queue becomes empty. So for that, what I will do is I will take an element from the queue. I will check if it is within the boundaries and that particular land is greater than 0. So in that case, I will mark it as visited and I will take it in the sum. And now I'll traverse in all the four directions for that particular land, and I will just add it in the queue. And finally, I will check if the sum is divisible by k. So I will increase the count and I will return the count. So now let's try to run the solution. It's not able to find sum. Line number 33. Sorry, this is supposed to be. Wait. This sum should be not here, it should be here. So basically, it should be after the while loop ends, not after the if loop. Now let's try to run it. Out of bound error. Grade of ij g less, sorry, here it should be g plus plus. Yes. Okay, it is working fine. Now let's try to submit it. Okay, it got accepted. So as we discussed before, the time complexity of this solution is order of m cross n, and the space complexity is we can say order of m cross n as well. And why the time complex space complexity of the solution is order of m cross n? Because we are maintaining the queue, and at max it will have m cross n elements, because it might happen that all the elements in the grid is forming one island only. So in that case, this will give us m cross n space complexity and m cross n time complexity. Okay, so I hope you like the solution, and I hope you like and subscribe my channel. Okay, then bye.